What's up, guys? We are back with another episode of Mindful as Fuck podcast. I am so glad that you guys have been rocking with me for this long. This makes me feel so good because you have no idea this only started as a thought, and then I continue to build on top of it and just bringing in so many people here for you guys to just listen to their stories, get to know them, share our ideas, share our tips and things that we have with you. It's just beautiful, and I appreciate this platform. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I got my girl Sierra here. I'm a big fan. Let me just say that. So if I look like I'm fanned out, I really am. It is what it is every time. I told her I was a little nervous at first, but, I'm kicking in and warming up. But let me go ahead and let her introduce herself. She's an amazing person, amazing trainer, and so much more. So I'm going to let you go ahead and take it.
I appreciate that intro. That's a lot to live up to. So don't. I'm nobody. Listen, I'm Sierra, owner of C-Fit, which is pretty much a transformational studio. We help people be the best version of themselves spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Located in West Dundee right now, but we got some big stuff coming up this year, so we are looking to scale pretty much.
That's dope. I love that. So how long have you been in business?
5 years.
5 years.
Yes. Started in 2020 during COVID, and what a great time. We still here.
For real. What made you get started into fitness?
So I started with basketball, like literally at the Elgin Rec Center. So that's where it kind of like fitness started for me. My uncle gave me a basketball in like maybe third grade, and they signed me up for the rec, and then ever since, like, it just kind of never stopped. So went to college, played ball, and then after college, when I didn't have a coach anymore, like I didn't have anyone on my ass, I didn't have practices, I started to get a little depressed. And I didn't realize why, because it had always been a part of my life. I had always had that structure.
Yeah.
But when I lost that structure, like, I started to get depressed. And then when I really locked in and looked at it, I'm like, oh, damn, I'm not training. I'm not in the gym as much as I was. I'm not taking care of myself in that way. And I was obviously gaining weight from just not having that structure anymore and not feeling like myself. So I'm like, okay, let me lock back in. Let me get back to me. I was already a certified personal trainer. Like, I worked in the gyms, but I still wasn't doing it enough for me.
Okay.
Like, I was doing it for everyone else at that point, and kind of forgetting about my routine, my journey. I thought that maybe just being in the gym, I'm active, I'm showing people how to lift weights all day, that's going to work for me. It did not. Okay. And then I had to be, again, intentional about me, about my self-care, and that pretty much started in 2016.
That's good. I love that. So it seems like you really learned what self-care, self-awareness was. Like, what really has you pushing so much to make sure that you take care of yourself?
I guess the benefits from feeling happy,
Definitely.
feeling confident to be able to go out and execute on what I need to execute on. Even just feeling okay. Obviously, I have a son. As a mom, being who I need to be to people. Like, I have to be, like you said, like, people look at me as this, like, I have it all together, like this superwoman. Okay, so I have to live up to that. So it's a constant, like, no, I can't give up. I can't have a bad day. Like, I got people, like, really dependent on me. And I know that if I'm not putting this work in, I'm not going to be the best version of myself, and I'm not going to be able to show up for them. Meaning they're not going to be able to show up for themselves. So it's a ripple effect.
It definitely is.
It's a ripple effect for me, yeah.
And your skin looks amazing.
Thank you.
Just looking at the freckles, the hair, everything. Like, you look amazing. Like,
it's been a long thing coming with this skin. I had to drop a lot of stuff. I finally started getting my facials, okay, because that was also part of self-care.
Big on facials, yes.
I was not doing that. Like, I was also, back in the eating unhealthy stuff, putting unhealthy things on my skin, what you drink, and then, like I said, I found my facial lady, and it's something that I've been doing every month, probably for like the last 8 months.
Nice.
And I'm a person. I like to be natural. So for the most part, like, I like to doll up too, but like, I want my natural to look good. And it got to a point to where my natural didn't look good.
Goals.
And I'm like, nah, I can't have that. So I had to
love
get that right.
Yeah, girl, your skin looks good. And
Thank you.
I was teaching aesthetics for like 8 months at a school. I'm not gonna give them a shout out, um, but I was teaching aesthetics, and I never thought that I would actually be into skincare as much as I was by teaching it. And when
Yeah.
I tell you, I can't go back to just doing hair or coloring and doing weave and all that. Like, I love skin. I
Yes.
love aesthetics. I love understanding what it is, what it does. And it's the biggest organ on our body, and we have to take care of it. How do you teach people to really focus on themselves and to have a self care regimen?
Teach them. I guess I don't get to teach them until they decide to make the decision that this is
love
what they
that.
want to do. I can't do it for anyone. I got the plan. Yes, I got the program. Yes, I got what you should be doing. But people have to first make the decision that I'm important and like I want to be better, and then seek out that coach in whatever area that they're trying to be better in.
Very true.
Yes.
So you wouldn't just be that person like, come to me, come to me. You
No.
want people to just get themselves together.
Everybody is not for you.
Very
And
true.
I learned that last 5 years of business, everyone is not your client, and that's okay. Like, that's why I said, go get yourself together wherever you got to get it at. But I understand that everyone is not my client. So, but everyone should have some type of coach.
What do you think? Well, why do you think so many women don't really take care of themselves?
Ooh,
Because I feel like that's a big thing for me. I wasn't really taught. So it's like I had to learn a lot, especially because I had kids since I was little. I've had kids since I was 16. I had 2 kids starting off. I should have stopped there. But I didn't. I kept going. I was going through some
Your
things.
kids are
you know what I mean?
beautiful.
They are, and I love them. I tell them all the time that I appreciate them being on this journey with me because it's not easy. I've apologized to my kids so many times for things that I've done and just, you know what I mean, not really thinking because I was thinking like a child and not giving them that foundation that they really needed to grow up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So like I really had to learn things on my own, and I know for me, like that was my reason for not really taking care of myself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I had to learn on my own. There was really no women there to show me the ropes. I had a lot of men in my life, but you know, they were telling me how men dog women and stay away and how to
Right.
treat them and stuff like that, but they didn't tell me how to take care of myself. Like I really had to learn how to take care of myself. And that's why I love this podcast, because the more that I learn, the more that I want to give. And
Yeah.
I want that for people.
Yeah. So how did I learn how to take care of myself, right? That was the question. I was just seeing my mom. I grew up with a single mom. She did what she could, everything she could. And just the type of kid that I was, like I was always this person. I was always helping other people. I was always looking out for my siblings. I'm the
Same.
oldest of 4.
Same.
So, that's kind of how like I grew up, like just always trying to take care of everyone else. I think when I started taking care of myself was when I had to fend for myself, which was when I went to college, and pretty much things happened where my mom could no longer help me anymore. She had moved out of the state, and I was literally by myself. So I had to figure it out. And that's when I actually, like, see, all you got is you. All you can depend on is you. So what you gonna do? You gonna sink or you gonna float? And then for a moment I was sinking. I ain't gonna lie. For a moment I was sinking, and then you know what? I just got that spark. I'm like, you know what? Nah, like that ain't me. I'm not going out like that. Like I put on my big girl pants and I got it done. I put myself through school. Well, finished myself through school. Graduated with a criminal justice degree. Didn't follow
Come
that
on,
because
girl.
obviously I'm a personal trainer. But personal training at the time was my job while I was putting myself through school. So, but I wanted to be a cop originally, and
I can see that.
yeah, originally I wanted to be a cop. So yeah, just hitting rock bottom, and I had no one else to look for. And I'm like, okay, you know, and then once I got that energy, like I can do this, I got this. I think it never stopped. I became selfish as fuck, and I did not care. I was like, I didn't have kids
love
at the
that.
time.
Yes.
I became very selfish. Like
And you
what
have
I
to.
want
You have to.
was what I was going to get, and nobody was gonna stop me. So that was like the 2014, 2016 awakening, where I'm like, all I got is me. Now I'm still a giver. I still like obviously look out for my family when I can, But yeah, I was selfish. Yeah. I became selfish.
And you have to be. In order to get where you want to go, you have to put yourself first. You can't put anybody before you. I tell people this all the freaking time. Again, I have 5 kids. So once I learned that I had to be selfish, that's when things started changing for me. That's when doors started opening up. That's when my kids started to have their own identity as well, and just saying, okay, mom is focused on her.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Yeah.
They were going crazy for a minute, running around in circles, but they're like, okay, I can't get as much as her attention.
Yeah.
But it really showed them to be independent. And I pretty much prepared my kids for like life without me. So I love that you said that. My oldest 3 actually went off to college last year.
Yeah.
And so they all started their own little journeys, like, okay, mom's not going to be able to do this for me, or I'm not going to be able to get help over here. Like, they really showed up for themselves, and I love how much they've grown, and I really like that people go off to college. It's not for everybody.
It's not.
I wanted that, but it wasn't for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that my kids get to experience that, and I think that's a big part of, the Black culture, like going out there and experiencing living on your own. You got to get out of the house. I don't like when people kick their kids out at 18. They're not grown. They don't know shit. Like, we really don't. You know what I mean? But you do have to, let them out and just let them be free. Like, let them make their own mistakes. Let them bump their head. Go and find you and who you are. Like you said, you started off wanting to be a cop. I wanted to go to school for criminal justice, too.
Yeah.
That lasted 1 semester.
What is that? Why do Black women want to go to school for criminal justice?
Justice. We want justice for ourselves. It's something within, our environment.
Yeah. We want to save everybody.
Yeah, we really do. We have that save people mentality. And, I love it. But at the same time, if you don't do it for you, like, you got to save yourself first before you can save anybody else. What they tell you when you're on a plane, if something happened and that mask dropped, put your mask on first before you put it on anybody else. Because you can't do anything for anybody if you're fucking dead. Like, for real. So what are you working on right now?
We are working on, like I said, building the team. Mm-hmm. I'm working on my leadership, and that's hard because I'm the type. I do feel like I'm Superwoman sometimes. Like, I can do everything, but obviously that's not realistic. Mm-hmm. Especially with the amount of members that we have. We're close to 100 members in our program right now. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming, but even with that, like, I think about, like, I went to a seminar last year, and then they were pretty much like, a lot of you are not entrepreneurs, you're workers. And they were like, if you had to shut down your business to come here, like, raise your hand.
Yes.
I didn't raise my hand, but I was one of those. Mm-hmm. They were like, okay, so you have to imagine if something happened, let's say you got COVID or you got really sick or whatever, you could not run your business and you don't have anyone else to take over, you don't have a business.
You really don't.
And that changed for me because I'm like, yes, even though, I take my supplements, I feel like I'm healthy. Anything could happen at any moment. Mm-hmm. And I got to have a team that's there to step in. Mm-hmm. So this last year and a half has been my leadership towards building a team because the future goal is to obviously expand it over more locations. Mm-hmm. I can't do that if I don't have my team of superheroes. But we are building that right now.
I've seen where you started from the beginning. Well, not the beginning, but one of your beginnings, and that's just really big.
The beginning. We was in the same gym. That was the beginning.
That was your beginning
of C-Fit.
Dang, that was beautiful. And then I loved watching you box too. Like, do you still box, or is that something that you're interested in doing?
That's one of those passions that I no longer do anymore. We still teach boxing because I think it's super important for women to know how to throw a punch. Yes. But no. So, and the thing about boxing, like when they say you can't play boxing, they for real about that, okay? Because boxing practice is you in the ring practicing, and then obviously there's not a lot of female boxers. So I was sparring with dudes. So, and they didn't take it easy on me because I was a girl. Like, they used to whoop my ass every practice. And I'm like, obviously it helped me because the 3 fights that I did, like I was 3-0, like I didn't lose. But at the same time, like, I didn't like coming home concussed every week because I'm getting hit in my head by guys. So I had to choose my lane. I'm like, yes, I like it, I love it, but I'm not willing to get beat up just to get there to the top. So no, unfortunately, I do not box. I don't spar anymore. But we do mitt work. We do like bag boxing and stuff. Like, I include that in my program. But yeah, no, I didn't like getting hit in the head.
I love that. It's a big sport.
I'm good on that. Yeah, I want my face to stay pretty.
Exactly. Keep it that way. So what do you do to keep yourself grounded? Because you have a lot going on, a lot that you're building, so many people that's counting on you. Including your baby. How old is your baby now?
He's 6. Oh. He's 6 years old, yes.
He in school?
Yes, he's in school.
That's dope.
First grade. And we just started him to playing basketball. But grounded, man, I think it looks different from me. Because obviously the gym is my getaway. Like, that's always been like my hobby, my thing. But honestly, when you work in the gym, sometimes you don't want to. As soon as work is over, I want to get the hell out of here. I don't want to see the gym no more. So in this past year, I've just been really focusing on, okay, what does grounding look like for me? And sometimes it's just it's doing nothing. It's doing something that's non-work related. It's because this is my passion and I spend a lot of time on it. But I have a hard time turning it off. So sometimes that grounding and just that bringing me back is not thinking about it, not doing nothing with it, taking a hot bath. I love going out in the summertime in my backyard, no socks, and just putting my feet on the ground and baking in the sun. Obviously, we can't do that in Chicago right now. If it's having a cup of coffee, like by myself, just sitting in my chair sometimes, watching TikTok, like that's grounding. That's me not thinking about business and all my obligations and stuff like that. Meditating, I'm working on my meditating.
I was about to ask you.
I always go to sleep. I always feel sleepy, and that's okay. Like,
that's okay.
Yes, that's my form of meditating. I be down on the floor, or sometimes I'll just do it, lay in the bed, the phone away from me, detach, and like in 5-10 minutes, I get like a 20-minute nap, and like that's a form of just me like coming back to life after that. So, obviously, me being healthy is also a part of that too. Like, that's my refuel. Like, drinking my water, taking my supplements, making sure I'm putting the right things in my body. Like, I think making yourself breakfast, which like a meal, sometimes we don't get that to do, is like a form of just self-care, self-love, in a world that's made everything so convenient for us. Like, we can pull up and get a meal in under like 2 minutes, just going back to the basics for me, like for real, just going back to the basics, detaching from my work.
Yes, that's a big thing, detaching. So how much time do you spend on your phone?
A lot, too much. Okay, like literally from the moment, again, with having employees, I got to make sure they don't need anything. They haven't texted me. With having clients, with marketing, like also too, social media, like you got to study it.
Ooh,
I don't just be on it to be on it, but I got to see what's working for other people. So like I spend a lot of time studying it, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, they're all different. So if you're not seeing what's working, what's popular, what's popping right now, like you will fall behind. And I've leaned a lot on the social media marketing for my business. So because of that, unfortunately, I spend a unhealthy amount of time on social media, but I try to cut it off. I try to cut it off at like, I'm probably on there from like 8 a.m. to sometimes it feels like 8 p.m. Obviously, when I'm in the gym, I don't have time for that, but you got to study the market. You got to stay ahead, especially, again, I depend on social media for my business, and that's been our main source of marketing. Yeah.
That's dope. So do you have any people that you look up to on any social platform or, older, whatever, it doesn't matter?
Any people that I look up to on social platforms? That's a great question.
Cause I have my normal people. Like I look at Nikki Saunders, I believe her last name is.
I've heard of
She
her.
talk. Oh my gosh, she's so dope.
Yes, I've
she's
heard of her.
so dope with the marketing. Anything that's coming out on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, she's always giving the latest updates, and she's on point. For my podcast, I like Gilly and Wallow. I love the direction that they're in right now. I love the deal that they did. Fitness, I come to your TikTok page.
Perfect.
And I'm looking at your stuff pop up, even the sponsored ads. Like I have so many different people that I look at, for different things, and I'm the same way. Like I'm always studying the platforms.
You hit it on the nail. It's like different people for different things. Like I'm in the gym world, so somebody that I follow and listen to a lot is Alex Hormozy. Sorry. He puts out a lot of content. He started in the gym, pretty much started with nothing.
See that Puerto Rican guy that started off with that black girl with the shade?
No. That's not him. He started off in Cali, flipped a couple gyms, and now he's doing basically the same thing, but at a bigger scale for all different kinds of businesses. And I think that's something like I can kind of see myself doing one day. So I look at his like platform when I need some like business advice for. Again, when I'm trying to do health and wellness, it's a bunch of different people. I don't even know. Sometimes I just know their face. I don't really know their Instagram. It's a dope girl. Her name is Danielle. She started in Chicago. And she's kind of back in Chicago and has all these like sponsor deals, but I love her content. She talks about like being a taller woman and a bigger woman. Like you're not going to be in the 150s for like anybody over 5'8", it's probably going to be 170, 180, maybe even 200 pounds for you. And what that sexy looks like, because that's something that's unique, that's dope, that most people don't hear. They always like, I got to get to the 130s, my high school weight. That ain't happening. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I did it, but I looked like a little crackhead, and I had to.
That ain't happening. And just being realistic with it, and with the workouts that, what we should be doing, the real physique that we're chasing. Most women want that big butt, slim waist, toned arms. That's not weight loss. That's actually fat loss and building muscle. So like, I love her content because she really breaks that down, and she's not afraid to be like who she is. So, yeah, if you go through my Instagram, it's a bunch of people I follow like for different reasons, different things. But like, and then health and wellness, when I'm just trying to figure out, sometimes I need to go inside. So I don't want to look at social media. I don't want to look at nobody else stuff. Exactly. I don't even want to be a copycat. Sometimes it's like, you got to go inside and ask yourself a lot of the times, what is God telling me to do? Exactly. And that's hard when, like, you know what I'm saying, just in our world today, yes, we have gurus, yes, we have, but at the end of the day, God gave me this business. God gave me this dream. And I have a dope mentor. Her name is Justerica. She basically created like all my logos, my website, and now she creates my content for me sometimes. And then I jumped on one of her master classes, and then she was just like, just ask yourself, what is God telling you to do with your business? And that was something I asked a lot at the beginning, because I didn't have money to spend on marketing. I didn't have money to pay for coaches. So I leaned on that a lot, and that's something I've gotten away from, but that's a big thing I want to get back to this year. Okay, like asking God, what is the direction for CFit?
Yes. And sometimes you might not get that answer right away.
Yeah.
You have to meditate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And wait for that download. I like that because I'll go into meditation and I'm asking God, and I've been doing this a lot lately too, trying to see the direction that I'm supposed to go in with my podcast. And a lot of the answers have come from having conversations with other people.
Yes.
Like I'll hear things and I'm like, was that you? And you're like, yes. Write that down. Yep. This is what I want for you. This is what I see. And we come in with this vision of what that might look like. But of course, God is way bigger than us. Universe knows more. Exactly. Knows more. And it's just like, you gotta know when to pivot. You gotta know when to listen. You gotta know when to shut up.
Yes.
You have to know when to give advice. You have to know when some people are not going to be able to go with you. And, man, that can really take a toll on you as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, as a leader, and those types of things. And I love, love, love that. What type of affirmations are you saying to yourself to really get you in that mode, like on a daily basis? What puts you there?
My main one is it's a great day to be great. No matter like how you woke up this morning, like when I get to like walk through my gym doors, or even if I'm at my house and I don't have to go to the gym that morning, it's like, okay, it's a great day to be great. Meaning you got another day, you got another opportunity to do whatever God wants you to do. So make the most of it. Just because it's raining outside don't mean you need to match the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's a great day to be great. And sometimes you just got to scream it. You got to say it with energy. You got to say it with intensity to make. So I be screaming in the parking lot sometimes. It's a great day to be great. You know what I'm saying? A couple swear words may come after that, but that's how I get myself pumped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of my main go-tos because, again, you don't know if you're going to get tomorrow. I'm a firm believer on that.
True.
I got to make today the best day possible. Whoever I get to interact with, like, that's, like, I got to be my best self.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I got to be my best self, you know? So I may not get another opportunity. So it's a great day to be great is definitely one of my go-tos.
Yeah. I've been screaming, mustard! I'm on that energy. I'm ready for Kendrick to like take off. And
Oh, man.
just that one line, like right there, has been my total affirmation for the past week.
Yes.
That's it. And I've been just so grounded.
I
and
like
feeling
that one.
pumped right now. Like seriously. It's been really, really great. Who do you listen to in the gym to get you pumped?
Man, when I'm trying to get pumped up in the gym, it's trap music, ratchet music, like Meg, Gunna is one of my favorite artists. Like I can listen to any one of his albums and get a great workout in. Man, Lil Baby, obviously Kendrick dropping that was crazy
He's still
last
going hard.
year. Yes, last year. Drake was a big one too. I ain't gonna. He done got me through some days. But it's rap. It's rap. When I'm trying to get pumped up in the gym, I need it on blast. I need the volume all the way up. Yeah, I need that raunchy stuff.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm on the same page. Okay, so
Trap music though. Trap
Yes.
music. Like I don't know. Something about trap music, that hustling, drug dealing music.
Yes, the motivation.
I be flipping that to training. Like
Yes.
I be like, okay, you about to change somebody's life. Okay, you about to serve these workouts. You know what I'm saying? Like
You can't come soft at all. You got to come hard. You got to give it everything.
yes.
That's what I love about our music. Our culture is so big, and everybody wants to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
For real. What's one piece of advice that you would give your younger self? Be kind too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say the old advice I used to give myself that I no longer give myself. I'll start with that one, which is be who you needed when you were younger. And I found myself trying to do that and trying to save everybody. Okay? And I've gotten to the point, I think the new one is you can't save everybody. So forget trying to be who you needed when you was young. The time has passed. You learned.
Exactly.
Obviously, we said those rough times made us to who we are today. You can't save everybody. And that's okay. Like you said, everybody can't go with you.
Sure can.
And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's the new one. And you can't save everybody.
Very true. So with all of the things that you're doing, like I said, I talk about all the time doing things for yourself. So like having those goals, we do vision boards and things like that.
Yep.
What's something big on your list that you're like, you know what, once I reach this right here, I'm doing this? Some people it's Disneyland. I seen Sabrina Carpenter said she taking herself to McDonald's, and I'm like, that's big for you? Like, I don't knock you, you know what I mean? But what's something that's big on your list? Like, once I reach this, I'm taking myself here, or I'm doing this for myself.
I'm thankful that I've done a lot. I got to take my son to Disney World last year, which was big on my list.
Nice.
Man, I guess right now would be taking a real vacation. Like, I do a lot of vacays where I'm going to a seminar or a conference, and I kind of like, obviously
said
it's
that.
a business expense, making an excuse, like, oh, I got to
Yep.
go here just to get out of town. But obviously I'm there on business. But taking a real vacation,
Relaxation.
probably more than a week. I've never been on vacation for more than a week, probably in my adult years. So taking a week vacation to really just go somewhere non-business related, and just relax a week. Okay. And then in the future, in a year from now, I want to do 30 days. You know what I'm saying? But obviously the business has to be to where I have a team.
Have big money.
Yes, I have a manager, but I want to do 30 days. But I'll go tame this year.
Yeah.
I'll start with just a week vacation, 7 days.
What does that location look like? Because I like to be by the water.
Yes. Oh, it gotta be. It gotta be water. I'm not picky. Anywhere new. Like I've been to Mexico a bunch of times. I've been to the DR. Anywhere new that I haven't. So I'm Jamaica. I don't know. Somewhere like that. Barbados would be dope. But it gotta be with a beach. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not wasting no time. If I got time off, I need some sun, I need beach, I need my drinks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably gonna be in a bikini the whole time. Like, that's what I want.
That part, that sounds so amazing right now. For real, for real. Okay, well, that's pretty much all that I have for you today. Like, I'm so grateful to have you on the podcast. I've done some interviews with you before in the past. We're going to try to clip that in here.
Yes.
But I
go.
feel like it's so important right now to have you on the podcast to really showcase what you're doing. Tell the people where they can find you.
You can go to cfit.com, siefit.com. You can go to I Am CFit on Instagram. You can go to CFit Studios on Facebook. You can just type in CFit, SIEFIT on Google, and all of those pages will pop up, and you'll be able to find me or get in contact with me.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes,
girl.
thank
Like,
you.
Keep
This was
going with
beautiful.
your journey and just pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, I feel like the doors are opening up for us to really be who we are,
Yeah.
authentically, unapologetically, black or whatever you want to call yourself. Just being a
Yes.
creative, open-minded, all of those things. Like, I wish you the best.
Thank you. And same to you,
Thank
okay?
you, thank
I
you.
think take this moment to just give you your flowers, okay, for not giving up.
Yes,
You've done
thank
a
you.
bunch of different things. And like I said, we started in the same place. So I seen you doing your yoga. I seen you killing it with the hair. I seen you killing it with the content. And even now to this podcast, and I've seen a couple clips of you, you know what I'm saying? I've seen it. I've seen it all. And you keep going, and
you.
it's hard to be a creator sometimes because you have to really come from a place of, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this. I don't care if people don't rock with it. You know, I'm putting
Yes.
myself out there. So that's beautiful. Like, keep doing that. It's not many that are doing, because people get scared. So it's not many that when we were starting off that's still going because they got scared. That's it. They just got scared. And you still doing your shit no matter what happens. And I'm so proud of you as well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, girl. Thank you for having me on.
Definitely.
Thank you for having me on.
That's all we have for you today. Gonna wrap that up, and I will see y'all next time. We're gonna get her back. We probably gonna be in the sun on the next interview because I need the lemon drop conversation and the bikini, trying to get my body together too. I'll
Let's
be
go.
back in the gym with you soon.
Let's go.
Yes, let's get it. I love you guys. Until next time, see you. Bye.
See you soon.